welcome back to Five for Family. So glad that you're joining us again today. So we have another fantastic family who we know and love. So, Givens family, on to our story.
The friend of little children. Jesus' friends was arguing. So, who was the most important helper in God's kingdom? They wanted to know. I am, Jesus said. No, you're not, said Peter. I am. Nonsense, Matthew said. I'm the cleverest. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Yes, no, I'm too. This silliness went on and on like that for some time. You see, Jesus' friends had started thinking they had to do something to make themselves special to Jesus. That if they were the cleverest or the nicest or something, Jesus would like them best.
But they had forgotten something God had been teaching his people all through the years. That no matter how clever you are, or good you are, or how rich you are, or how nice you are, or how important you are, no of it makes any difference because God's love is a gift, as anyone will tell you. The whole thing about a gift is it's free. All you have to do is reach your hands and take it.
So while Jesus were arguing, some people who knew all about giving gifts, in fact, you might say they were gift experts, had come to Jesus. Who were they? They were little children.
Jesus' helpers tried to send them away. Jesus doesn't have time for you. They said he too tried, but they were wrong. Jesus always had time for children. Don't ever send them away. Jesus said, bring him little ones to me.
Now, if you had been there, what do you think? Would you have had a line up quietly to see Jesus? Do you think Jesus would have asked you how good you've been before he gave you a hug? Would you have had to be up on your best behavior and get dressed up and not speak until you're spoken to?
Or would you have done just what these children did, run straight up to Jesus and let him pick you up in his arms and swoon you and kiss you and hug you and then sit on his lap and listen to your stories and your chats? You see, children love Jesus, and they knew they didn't need to do anything special for Jesus to love him. All they needed to do was run into his arms, and so they just what they did. Well, after all the laughing and games, Jesus turned into his helpers and said, no matter how big you grow, never grow up at so much that you lose your child's heart. Full of trust in God, be like these children. They are the most important in my kingdom. Bye.
Thank you so much, Givens family. So now we're on to our question and answer portion. You know what to do. So our first question is, what were the disciples, Jesus' friends, doing at the beginning of the story? Press pause. Why were they arguing? Press pause. What did they forget? Press pause. This gift of love, how do we accept it? Press pause. How did the children come to Jesus? Press pause. What did Jesus tell the disciples they should come to Jesus like? Press pause. Now the big question is, have you come to Jesus? Parents, don't forget, every week is a great week to share the gospel. So if your child hasn't accepted Christ, I want you to talk to them about why it's so important to you and to them. All right, so now we are on to our activity. And this one, it's a little creative, and I hope you have fun with it. So, tonight in our story, we saw that the kids came running to Jesus, just excited about everything and having fun. And one of the coolest parts about being a kid is getting to have fun and using your imagination. So what I want you to do tonight, or today, whatever time you do this, is think about 3 things that make you unique, that make you special or different, things that you can do really well, that God has blessed you to be able to do, and in ways that you can use those gifts to share God with other people. And it can be crazy or creative. It could be things that you hope to do. Maybe you want to be an astronaut or a CEO or a musician. All of those things can be things that you are uniquely gifted at, that God can help you use. Maybe you're great at math and you want to be a mathematician. So what I want you to do is think of 3 things that make you uniquely you, and how you can take those to God, to run to Him with all the excitement that you have as a kid, and figure out how to use those to serve Him. Like me, I've always loved singing, and so now I sing in the choir. I also got a degree in music at school, and sometimes I teach music lessons. It's things that give me an opportunity to worship God and use the things that I loved even when I was a kid right now. So, what makes you, you, and how can you use that for the Lord? Also, there'll be a coloring activity sheet up on the website for you guys to grab if you want to do that. And if you think of something else that you would rather do, feel free. You can still continue to write in your prayer journal. This story talked a lot about things that people think they have to do, like getting dressed up or standing and waiting in line. And maybe you can think about the things that you thought you had to do to be able to come to Jesus, and realize that that's not how it works, that He loves us and that we just accept that gift of His love. And the way that we say thank you is by serving Him with our lives. So I love you guys. I hope you have a great week. Can't wait to get to see you again, and I'll see you next week.